Hi, and welcome to Pardon My Success, the first episode. I'm Maylin Fields, your ultimate hype woman, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about me. I am 24 years old. I have always wanted to be the youngest EGOT holder in the world. As a child, I learned what that meant, and I was like, yep, that's the one. And then I watched the 30 Rock episode with Tracy Morgan, where he wants to EGOT. I felt like I was being attacked a little. So we're here to rewrite that narrative with this podcast, where I interview artists, hear a little bit about their creative process to help inform myself and others create their own processes. We're here to learn and educate, celebrate arts and creativity. What else can I tell you about myself? I am originally from a small town called Belleville, Illinois. My dad is a retired Navy captain, a lawyer, and a deacon in the Catholic Church, so he's a lot. He believes that he at all times has the military, the law, and God on his side. So he's impossible to deal with. And my mom is from communist China. She moved here when she was in her late 20s. Bless her soul. She is the sweetest woman alive. Bang, if you're listening, we love you. I have one older brother. His name is Tom. He just got married a couple months ago. His wife, Alex, and him have been together for over 10 years, almost 10 years, I don't know, forever. I was the best woman at their wedding. I got to plan the bachelor party and help out with the bachelorette party, and my brother's just like the sweetest little nugget of a human on the planet Earth. The perfect Hufflepuff. He works in animation. He's an amazing artist. He always has been, to the point where it made me not believe I was at all good at drawing. I'm also driving right now, in case you couldn't tell. I am probably not the nicest driver, but I also live in Los Angeles, so nobody's the nicest driver. So there's a trash can in the middle of the highway. The microphone isn't on, and it's not connected to anything, but it makes me feel more official. It is 8:49 on our way to work. Today I woke up early, not like me at all. Let me just say, this is coming from the girl who quite literally would not schedule a college class prior to 11 a.m. My friend Sophia said to me, how, May, are you going to exist in the real world? How are you gonna live and make money and have a job? And I said, I'll figure that out then. And I have. Here I am. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. 6:45 I got out of bed. Went rock climbing with my bestie Allison. Afterwards I showered, I washed my hair at the gym. That's a first for everyone involved. I saunaed for like a hot second. Did you know you could just dry your hair by walking into a sauna? 10 out of 10 would recommend. Hello? Perfect. I don't know if this is adding quite literally anything. I feel like I'm gonna watch this footage back and hate absolutely everything I'm doing. But overall, I'm starting this podcast because I love you guys and I love talking. I sing, I dance, I act, I play piano, flute, piccolo, and oboe. I love performing. I love aerial. I love flying. I'm currently working on recording an EP, and by that I mean we're in the very early stages of album development. I have some songs and things that I've been working on for a while, and like a rough outline and marketing plan for myself for, forever. I'm just trying to figure out how to bring everything I have and know and integrate that with the things that I don't know, because I don't know what I don't know. I, as a friend, have always been the one who has been designated to go talk to people. I am the one sent to go ask questions, to go ask people for things. And it's because I love talking to people. I think people are so great. People also respond well to me. I think it's because I genuinely don't mean them any ill will. If you come in with an aura of love and kindness and wanting to help people, they're so much more willing to help you. That's what I'm doing here with this podcast, is finding professionals that are willing to help us. I will ask all the hard questions and, do all the digging, so you don't have to. I know I could probably Google, how do I make an album? And I have. And guess what? Google's not that fucking helpful. I'm sorry, Google. There's just a lot of information to go through. I want to sit down with like a professional in a room and make something happen. But people aren't willing to sit down with me in a room yet because I have no credits and nothing to my name and no body of work, no money, and no nepotism or connections outside of like what I've built myself with $43 in a checking account. We're gonna make this happen. If only by sheer force of will alone, I will make this happen. My deepest apologies for the past 6 minutes having been vertical. We're working out the kinks here. Everyone, I'm gonna need some patience. Would love any advice. I'm sure like 99% of the listeners have my number, so you can just text me. I'm so excited because I got a microphone. Zach was giving me shit about the fact that I started a podcast with absolutely no tools and materials or knowledge of podcasting. And I was like, what are you talking about? My sophomore year of college, in my theology class, me and my friends had to make a podcast every week. So in fact, I would say that I'm quite literally a professional. No, I'm very excited to be on this journey with everyone. The feedback has been so positive. Anyone that has had bad feedback, thank you for holding that in. Love you. Just give me a chance, please. Today, I have already woken up at 6:30 a.m. because my cat knocked over a roll of quarters. I don't even know how the roll of quarters got in my room. I'm pretty sure they're my roommates. Nick, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure I might have stolen your roll of quarters. Well, I think Wasabi stole your roll of quarters. But I woke up and I was awake, and my emotional support water bottle that I had been stressing about all day yesterday, turns out, in fact, that I had left it at my rock climbing gym. I go like bouldering, indoor rock climbing, because I'm a kid. I'm gonna go to the gym. What do you think I'm gonna go do squats? Do squats? No. Absolutely not. I don't lift dumbbells. I'm in like a really weird headspace right now, guys. Clearly, considering that I've started a podcast. If you've watched my TikToks at all, it's same kind of idea. I miss my friends and I miss talking to you guys and catching you up on my life and want to keep you updated. And like my biggest strength, I feel like as a person, is my people. And I'm like the biggest extrovert. And anyone who meets me will be like, oh my God, you're like so much. But I have always been like the most anxious human alive. I just need emotional support. Having like one safety buddy makes me feel so much better and lets me fly. As long as I have somebody supporting me and feeling as though I'm safe, I am like so happy to go out there and be crazy and like have no shame about it at all. But if I am alone in public, I would rather crawl under a rock and die. I won't eat in public by myself. It's like a snack, obviously. I snack a lot. It's girl dinner. All of my meals are girl meal. Girl breakfast was a coconut smoothie from Trader Joe's. It was delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. She's the like one that's just coconut meat and coconut water. Incredible. My girl lunch consists of berries and pomegranate seeds and an instant pho that I have carried back and forth to work in the last couple days. So we'll see if it gets made today. Whenever I have some sort of instant food, if it's not going to perish, I won't use it. There's something in me that's like, oh, I need to save this. I can save this. I think it's my mother's growing up in communist China that has done this to me, because she is such a person to be like, we must save every last bite of leftover. And I have never been one to throw away food or waste things at all. My parents raised us in the kind of environment of not having, even though like I grew up very comfortable and can very much, admit my privilege in that, but we were the only non-white family that I saw growing up until I think I was probably like 10, 11. Nobody in my school, just me and my brother. That was hard, but we made it. We can unpack that later. Zach really tried to tell me I needed a studio too. Psh, psh. Me? I'm on the go, baby. I'm in the car 90% of my day. Well, at least my free time. Oh, let me in. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot the blinker until the very last minute. That was really not cool of me. How I want to set this up is that episodes are going to be released Tuesday. So midnight Monday night. Does that make sense? Tuesday at midnight. We're going to do that Eastern time. But that's 9 p.m. on Monday, my time. And that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm going to need some advice here. Please let me know, you guys. I mean, I'm sure there are friends of mine who actually would just still be awake at 12 or 3 a.m. I guess it doesn't like really matter, but like it does. I need that day to be a brand. And I would love Tuesday to be that day. Me and my friends know it to be Sleepy Tuesdays. I don't know about anybody else, but my office is remote on Fridays. And also just within the industry, I don't know if you guys have heard this either, the term prekend, which is Thursday afternoon through Friday is the pre-weekend. And so nobody's really working. It has felt as though Tuesday has become the new hump day. Episode's Tuesday. And every week there will be a new episode. And it will either be alternating me, solo episode, with some little cameos in segments I like to call FaceTime with Friends. And our first guest, highly requested by herself, is Francesca Spizo, my best friend since I was quite literally 4 years old. I walked in to shadow a kindergarten class. She was the only one who asked to have me come sit next to her. Another girl who I danced with ended up being a very toxic and abusive friend through my childhood was also there. But Francesca and I stuck close and didn't abuse each other, to my knowledge. She's the best, and I can't wait for you to meet her. Let's try to give her a call. Good morning, everyone. I was not anticipating this episode to span so many days, but you see here, I had all of this beautiful footage with my beautiful bestie, Francesca Spizo. I wanted to get her advice on podcasting because she actually, over quarantine with her friend Kaylee, started a podcast called Two Dumb Bitches, I think. I will need to confirm that.
Please don't mind this quick interjection from future editing May. Francesca, I apologize for disrespecting your podcast. It is Two Girls, One Brain Cell.
But it was literally just them in quarantine. Every couple of weeks they would post an episode, and they ended up over the course of a year posting about 20 episodes, and saw the stats later on, and there were thousands of listeners all over the world. Her podcast that she had just been kind of doing for funsies over COVID was on people's Spotify Wraps. And I think that's so cool. She and Kaylee had no equipment. One point bought a microphone, but the microphone on like a Mac was better anyway. And they didn't have any video at the time because that wasn't like really an option. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling very confident. At some point, we'll actually bring Francesca on for a workable FaceTime with Friends. I think we'll have to be converted onto the Zoom modality in order for the recording process to actually go through, which is so stupid in my opinion. Apple, how dare you? In order to stop wiretapping, they don't allow you to screen record audio on FaceTimes. I'm not trying to commit Watergate. I'm just trying to make a podcast. But it's fine. This is the intro episode. Literally, give me some time. I'm working out the kinks. We're figuring it out together. I guess our FaceTime with Francesca will have to happen later. And that's totally fine. On my own end, my creative pursuits have currently been kind of taken up by the podcast In the Know, which is the entertainment industry networking community me and my friends from work have started. And additionally, my debut album. It's been kind of in the works for a while now. A lot of the real ones will know. I finally finished grad school in May. I know it's been a couple months now. We've been in development. We're getting our network together and everything like that. And now we're into the phase of action. This is the action time, action plan. I'm writing music. I need to reach out to people. That's what this is. I'm reaching out to people to get help, to find out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing because I don't know. How does one write a melody? Because every time I try, I hate it. I like some of it. I like certain parts of it, of course. But how do I stop myself from just trashing the whole thing? I mean, I guess it's just to keep working. But like, are there any other tips and tricks? Are there programs I'm supposed to be using? Like, are there chords that are helpful? Like, how do I start? Where do I begin? Lyrics come so naturally. I can just write down rhyming rhythmic words. I'm big on puns. I love creating, but I just haven't been given the time and the resources. And by given, I also mean that I haven't gone out and pursued it myself. I haven't taken the time to research how to produce music and buy my own MIDI board, and I haven't tried. And I need to. I understand that 100%. I need a little help. I don't know if I'm doing this right. And yes, there is no right and wrong, and art is blah. I get it. There is no right and wrong, but there's certainly an easier way. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about finding the most efficient way to do things. Always want to do things fast and well. So I'm hoping these episodes are generally around like 30 to 45 minutes. I want to be really open with you guys about my own process and what I'm doing. And my solo episodes will kind of be about where I'm at. Like I've said, my album has been very conceptual in nature. The mood board is huge. It's very colorful. That's the vibe. The first song I have fully written that I know I want to be on the album is called Nice to Me. Is a song I wrote one day after voices were raised. I am not good at being yelled at. I am very easily startled. Afterwards, I went home and cried in my car and wrote Nice to Me. A lot of it ended up getting scrapped later because I tried to sit down and ended up composing on blank sheet music. I would say 2 verses in the chorus, but like, I think I just need to come back to it after writing it. I went to a songwriting teacher and was trying to workshop it a little bit, but didn't really know how, and I was only seeing her for 45 minutes, and that's expensive, living in LA especially. I'm listening to all of these artists like Adele and Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor talking about all of these amazing people they're sitting down with in a room and just able to create all this amazing music, and I'm like, I get it. You're Taylor Swift. I'm never going to be able to sit down with you in a room and create music with you. Probably, maybe. You know, a girl can dream. But where can I find my Jack Antonoff helping me make beats, helping create chords and melodies that haven't been heard before? Where do I do that? How? Where do I find them? Where are they hiding? Is there a bar somewhere? Is there like a Tinder for them? Is it something that you only gain access to once you're famous? Because that's what it currently is. It currently is that you can only find these amazingly talented people who just stay behind the scenes if you're already famous. If you have the money and the connections and the resources. And I don't. I'm from Belleville, Illinois, in the middle of nowhere. I genuinely believe if I had grown up in LA or New York, I would be famous by now. If only due to sheer unwarranted confidence. I have just been born with this idea that I'm going to be famous. I'm sure it was a very deeply ingrained coping mechanism to deal with how deeply misunderstood I felt in the area I grew up in and how different and alone I knew myself to be. I constantly felt out of place, that feeling in my chest that grips you, that just, you feel like something's wrong and you're out of place and I shouldn't be there. That is what I grew up with. And like, that's the feeling that I've been trying to outrun forever. It's why I make friends with everyone. It's why I need to be so likable. It's why I'm such a people pleaser. It explains so much. And it's hard. And I know that so many people feel the same way. And it sucks, especially when it has to do with things that you can't change.
Found out today that a bunch of people including my best friend, got fired this morning. And this really fucking sucks. I can't wait to see how far you'll go. I love you.
I don't know about you guys, but that ending got me. This is my last minute thoughts. First off, I want to apologize for every time I touched my hair and made the microphone crackle. I know, I'm so sorry. I learned a lot of things editing this episode, and I promise I'm going to try to fix things. First off, by not sitting in such an ugly background. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you got this far, you're a real one. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next Tuesday. I love you.